Kathy can't stand right here. Hear that? We gotta fix that. All right, so I just want to get a measurement under here from this post to the post that's in front. I need a 19 and 15/16, and this is a new digital tape measure by a company called ELIKLIV, or ELIKLIV, I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Welcome to our channel. I'm Kathy and my husband Rich and I are in our 4th year building our off-grid green roof home here in the Adirondacks. We're currently working on finishing the interior of our home, and today we're going to be using this new laser tape measure to frame under the stairs. We accepted it in exchange for a short review because it's honestly something that we never would have purchased on our own. However, once we began using it, we realized how helpful it really is. So if you're tired of struggling to measure long or awkward distances, dark and/or tight spaces, or adding multiple lengths and more, then stay tuned because this laser tape measure is truly a game changer.
Now I'm going to get a measurement from the inside of this stringer to the inside of the other stringer over there so I can put a piece going across.
Okay, post is 33.
Good.
Stringer, 36.
Nice. So you can see that it stores the measurements in the order that you took them. Up to 4 different measurements you could take in a row. So that's nice. It holds those measurements in there for you. I'm going to go cut those right now.
Cool. We're not going to bore you with an unboxing video and how to use it because there's plenty of videos out there already. But a few details that we feel are important enough to mention. It comes packaged really nicely, fully charged right out of the box, and the directions for use are very straightforward.
All right, we're in inches, so that's cool.
There are a lot of units to choose from, but we prefer using inches and/or feet for the longer distances.
17 inches. See it? It's a glare.
It's good it's there.
So it's 17 to the front of the tape measure. So that's actually pretty accurate.
There's also a mode that measures either from the front of the tape measure or the back of the tape measure. So be sure to always check that before you begin your measurements. Rich, you got those pieces cut.
When you're in tight spaces, that tape measure will come in handy with the laser beam.
Tight and dark.
But
And awkward.
speaking of tight, the measurement is perfect. It fits tight. I figured it out.
Do you have to get it out?
Yeah, because I was thinking about putting this one in first.
Oh. Oh boy.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. Another thing that that tape measure does besides tight, awkward spaces is calculate area. So if you wanted to calculate the area to do like the backsplash in a kitchen, it has a mode that will literally calculate that for you. Turn it on, press the top button once, and you get that little flashing box. So now it wants to know the bottom measurement. I got a beam down there, and my length from one end to the other is 151 3/4 inches from that wall to that wall down there. Now it wants to know the vertical height from here to there. So we would need 18.85 square feet of tile just for that back wall. Don't forget to add in an extra 10% for waste. On the height of our ceiling, which has always been a tough measurement to get. 17 feet, 1 1/8 inches.
It's accurate.
Yeah, that's very accurate.
get it all held together with a couple screws, and then we'll put more.
More is always better, right?
First screw is just to get everything where it belongs.
Wait. Ooh.
Trying to bring it so it's here, right in line with this. That's all I need. I gotta trim it one more time. I'll try and screw that bracket to it. I might have to redo that too. And then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put my 2x will be on it, right on the edge, like this.
Okay.
And they'll go up nice and tight.
And no squeak.
Hopefully. And then I'll do something on the other side where we're gonna do that.
So no stepping on the stairs till we're done.
And then I'm looking at what they did over here. It's like, that's why it squeaks right here.
I know. I could see it too. It just.
2x4 here?
Yeah.
Little space.
Yeah. It's not sitting on it.
This will probably take care of your squeak right there.
Yeah, a shim. We actually used the tape measure for a lot of different measurements on the stairs, and it made it really easy. Here's the curved ceiling. And Richie's measuring the bottom step.
8 feet and 15/16 of an inch.
It made it easy to make sure that the headroom height over the stairs was to the code of 6 feet 8 inches under the awkward curved ceiling.
I think this is the one that we have to worry about.
It is.
6 feet 10 inches.
Perfect.
So we're good. We're 2 inches taller than we need to be.
Yeah, so we're gonna pass.
Okay.
And that's exactly the reason why our stairs are curved like that.
2 feet 9 1/16. So the cool thing I just discovered was that we were looking at it at 2 feet 9 inches, and we were trying to figure out how many inches it was. All you have to do is push the mode button. It saves that measurement and converts it to inches. So we're 33 inches, and we know we're good here.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Of course, it was simple to check the stair width and railing heights, but most of all, it was really fun and easy to add up all the sections of railing to get the total linear feet going up the stairs and across the loft. I gotta hit add first. See how it says add?
Yeah.
So it's a total of 4 feet 5 inches. So you don't need to re-hit the plus sign. It's already there. And it adds it again. We're up to 15 feet 3 inches right now. We're up to 19 feet 8 inches so far. 25 feet 1 inch. Total 31 feet 3 inches. 38.2 inches.
Okay.
Perfect. I gotta say, this annoys me a little bit.
You do have to make sure that that's not in your way.
It really, because I like to measure from the back, and that is always in my way.
Yeah, she's talking about the strap.
42 feet 5 inches.
Come outside.
All right, we're gonna be building a porch out here this year. And we really struggled also to get a measurement accurate from that end of the house to that end of the house. We used a clipboard lined up with the end of the house because you have to have something for the laser beam to hit. But in all honesty, it was really difficult to see in the bright sunlight. We tried a couple of different ways and we did finally get a measurement, but it wasn't easy.
All right, so the laser is definitely hard to see because we are on the sunny side of the house. There you go, 35 feet, 6 5/16.
The black flies are out in full force. Let's make this quick.
We will be building a carport, and we need to accurately measure the distance between the wall of this house and the wall of the garage over there. So this will make it super easy. Let's go. Because the bugs are getting me. I got it on feet and inches.
And is it measuring from the back?
Measuring from the back.
Perfect.
So
let's go.
I'm going to take the back of the unit. I'm going to put it against over here. I'm going to press the button. That's going to give me my...
I don't see the laser beam.
Well, hopefully the laser is there, and I'm going to press it again. I got 31 feet, 9 and 5/8 inches. I'm going to try and put a Tapcon screw, just like one, to hold this thing. There we go. Get in. All right. $30 7/16. Making it just a little bit longer because I want it to fit tight. Trying to drill somewhere here. Perfect. 21 1/8. Can you see my laser beam at all? I can't see.
Nah. Can't see a thing.
Is it on the what?
You got it upside down, honey.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Now I can see your laser beam.
Alright, so hang on. And I waited too long. Alright, so
Turn it.
19 and
Something.
my glasses.
15 16ths.
Alright, so let's do this one over here. Should be the same.
Should be.
Ready? Okay, so I got two measurements on here, both 19 and 15/16.
Perfect.
Alright, so let's take this. These two old crappy pieces, which are fine, they're straight.
Okay.
They'll be fine. Actually, maybe the speed square would be easier. Do that. That looks good.
Okay, you definitely beefed it up.
It moved a little bit. The 2x aren't completely flush with the outer plate, but
That's all right. You didn't put a shim in there though. You just moved that whole 2x4 to fix it.
what are you talking about? Yeah,
This one right
yeah,
here?
my shim.
Okay.
Oh, that one, no, that one I moved.
You moved that one.
And then the other one was a little bit loose. I just shimmed it and screwed it.
That's the vertical one.
Yeah.
You put a plate on the floor here.
Yeah.
And another one here.
Yeah.
Because this is the step.
Yeah.
That was squeaky. Okay.
I think it's gonna be good.
And you framed on this side. Nice. And you got all those verticals in there too. If that step still squeaks, I don't know.
I hope not. I'm not a stair guy. So the string was annoying. Kathy didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was always like flopping in the way, and most of our measurements in tight spaces was using the back part of this tape measure, so it was mostly in the way. I cut it off. I just clip it to my belt, and that's the way I use the tape measure, so that's fine. I really like the inches with the fractions. However, it is kind of small. So for somebody like me, it's kind of hard to see without my glasses. So I would like to see if they could make the display a little bigger if I was going to complain about anything. The backlight is great. It definitely makes it easier to see. However, it only stays on for 15 seconds. The laser beam, I'm not sure how long the laser beam actually stays on for, but a couple of times outside in the bright sun, it was very hard to see, and it does turn off after a certain period of time, which makes it a little frustrating. So you have to definitely be aware that it's going to turn itself off if you don't get the measurement. One thing that would be nice is to be able to have some sort of a setting in there to let the laser beam stay on longer and the backlight stay on longer. And one thing I didn't talk about really right away was the battery life, but so far the battery life has been fantastic. I mean, I haven't charged it. It came charged out of the box. It was like 90% charged, and I've been using it. So I don't think that any additional backlight time would drain the battery enough to be an issue. But those are really my only complaints. So let me talk about my favorite things. I didn't need to get a pen and paper. It holds 4 individual measurements right in the tape measure itself. So you don't really need a piece of paper. You could get those 4 measurements, go to your saw, cut your pieces, and you're good to go. And the same thing with the addition subtraction feature. We were able to add up the linear footage 1 measurement at a time of the whole railing the whole entire way, which made it really nice and simple to do. And of course, this whole video was us using this tape measure under the stairs in tight, awkward spaces. This was definitely a game changer when it came to that. So one thing that we didn't get a chance to check, it does say that it could measure up to 197 feet with the laser beam. So that would make it helpful for like if you had a really big building, a big warehouse or something where you need to get an accurate measurement across the whole entire floor space there, and you didn't have a tape measure long enough, or if you're a homeowner like us and you have a basement or a crawl space and you try and get measurements, this just makes it super easy. So for under 50 bucks, it's definitely worth adding to your toolbox. There'll be a link in the description below, you know, if you want to check it out. All right, here we go. I think this is good.
I think it's really good.
No more squeak.
No more squeak. Nice.
All right, we did it.
Yay!
No more squeak.
And we did it using
The ELIKLIV tape measure.